A special thank you to our advertisers. Amanda Markham, the new standard in real estate. And First Gear. Call us for advertising.
We're at Richmond Fire Station 1 today, and I'm with Corey Lewis. Corey, tell us about some of the fire safety, some of the hazards that happen in our homes about, well, lots of Christmas trees and cooking and candles, different things. We want everybody to be safe.
Sure, Samantha. I think, the holiday season's upon us, so we're going to have cold weather. That typically comes with the Christmas time. When you're talking about home fire safety, when it comes to Christmas time and cold, we want to talk about your home heating safety. We see an increase of home fires related to misuse of portable space heaters and things like that this time of year.
Stay warm.
With the really, really cold weather that we've had these past couple days, we see people using alternative heating sources such as stoves. Sometimes this may sound crazy, but people think it's okay to bring a household grill, a gas grill inside to try to keep warm. No, don't do that. Not only do you risk yourself of having a fire from the grill itself, it also gives off poisonous gas called carbon monoxide. So you have carbon monoxide in your home, you don't have a carbon monoxide detector, it's odorless, it's tasteless, you can't see it, you can't smell it, and it can cause real problems in your home. So yeah, home heating are a problem.
Well, what about turning your oven on just to hit, like if your heater's not working, turn your oven on, open the door. What about that?
We encourage people to not do that because, one, it's not made to heat your home. And two, if you have a gas heater, again, you're increasing your prevalency of having a carbon monoxide issue. So I know a lot of people have electric stoves and still think that's okay, but you run the risk of a fire-related emergency or an issue in your home if you do that. So we encourage people to not do that. If you look for alternative heating sources such as space heaters, maybe kerosene heaters, ensure that you do have a carbon monoxide detector and that you're reading the precautions and taking those, having a 3 feet variance around those heaters themselves so that nothing can catch on fire is very important.
And those are inexpensive. You can get those at any convenience store or grocery store, any type of place.
Sure. Yeah, you can go to a hardware store, and they're a lot safer than trying to use something that is not designed to heat your home.
Right, exactly. Now, what about candles? A lot of people have special scented candles around the holiday. They're having guests over.
So again, we would encourage the candle safety. We don't want to say people don't have candles. I think that's unrealistic. But if you have candles in your home, put them in places that are appropriate. Don't put them around blinds or curtains that can catch fire. If you're going to use the warmer plates, use the appropriate candle and jars that are for the warming plates themselves, and never leave a candle unattended. If you walk out of the room or if you leave and you're not going to be paying attention to the candle, we encourage you to blow the candle out. When you come back, you can relight the candle.
And I'm sure you are going to tell everyone, don't let kids around them.
Well, it is important to make sure that you're using them responsibly. Yes. And I think if you're in a room and you have a bunch of children running around, you wouldn't want a candle lit in close proximity where they could get into it and cause a problem.
Little fingers
sure,
in there.
Absolutely.
Now, I know at Thanksgiving you told us all the things about frying turkeys and don't bring those indoors, be safe.
Well, we didn't get any better between Thanksgiving and Christmas when it comes to cooking. So we're still bad cooks in this country. So, yeah, we have an increased amount of cooking fires around the holiday time. Restaurants are closed, and we see people that may not normally use those appliances are using them and trying to cook holiday meals, which that's great and exciting for your family. We just hope that you do it responsibly. And, again, make sure that the things that you're using are appropriate, that you don't leave your cooking unattended. That could be a cooking fire right there that they're going to respond to.
Right.
But we don't want them to leave that unattended. Pay attention to what you cook. There's an old saying, and it's an adage, and we use it all the time. Stand by your pan. It's a play on stand by your man. So it's a terrible pun.
Remember that.
It's a terrible pun.
No, it works.
But we say stand by your pan.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Now, so if they want to bring that turkey fire into the garage, what
Absolutely
about that?
not. We would encourage you, even as cold. Don't do it inside. If you choose to fry a turkey, have a fire extinguisher around. Do it outdoors. Don't even do it on a wooden deck.
Because
when you overflow that grease and it does catch fire and it's on a wooden deck, what's going to happen? The deck's going to catch on fire. Even though you think, well, I'm outside, you're standing on something that's combustible.
Right. And it does happen.
It does happen frequently. Absolutely.
Did you have anybody do it over the holidays, Thanksgiving?
We responded to a few cooking fires, holiday fires related to the Thanksgiving holiday.
Not my house.
Nope, we didn't come to your house, but we did go to a few, and we taught them a little lesson, and we helped them, and we helped them recover some of the burnt material that was in the oven. And I don't know what they chose to do with the turkey after that, but it wasn't edible, and we did teach a little lesson.
So it was in the oven.
It was in the oven.
Give us a lesson
I'll give you a quick
example.
breakdown. There was somehow the self-cleaning mechanism on the oven got locked. Someone leaned above it, locked it, and when it turned on and the oven was heating up, that latch locks and does not unlock until the oven is completely cooled. So they didn't realize that it was in there until too late and that the latch was locked. And when they went to turn the oven off, you still have to wait. You can't access the oven after that. It's actually a pretty safe place to have something because ovens are contained and they're meant to hold heat in. So even though it smelled really bad and it smoked up the house, it didn't cause any major damage. Absolutely.
So be safe, everybody. That's the key.
Our general rule of thumb would say, use some common sense around the holidays. If you're decorating outside, use the appropriate things. If you're cooking inside, certainly pay attention to what you're cooking. Stand by your pan. Don't leave cooking unattended. And just use some common sense when it comes to having people over or hosting a holiday party.
Right, because you might have a cocktail, but you still have to stand by your pan.
That's right. Stand by your pan.
I love it. Just use common sense. Corey, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And I hope you don't come to my house for Christmas.
I hope we don't have to see you either.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, want to be on the show? Or advertise on the show? Contact